Welcome, welcome, welcome. It is Saturday morning, so you know it's time for another live edition of The Extra Point. PL Culture in the house, Tasha T. Sizzle in the house, and representing the city of McKinney, Michigan, Michael Hasso. Okay, Birdman, you're flying anywhere, huh?
What happened to that boy?
Hey, that was really a knock, though. Shouts out to Pharrell. Is anybody going to see his Lego movie? I heard he didn't do that well. No. You're not going to see the Lego movie, Mike?
Nah.
I mean,
No.
he's at that age where Ray is at that age where you really don't have to go and see the movies yet. So he's got a few years.
Okay. All right.
Now 3 years from now, he probably would have had to been in that theater watching that Lego movie.
I'll probably watch
Okay,
Moana too in theater.
Yeah, I heard it didn't. It really didn't do that well. So it's about to be on Netflix in like 2 or 3 days. Sorry,
What, Moana or the Lego movie?
the Lego movie.
Oh.
Yeah, it didn't do too hot. But alas, let's talk some football, ladies and gentlemen. The college football playoff poll, the first of the season, was released on Tuesday, and now we're starting to get a clearer picture of the teams that will be vying for this year's national championship. Or do we? All right, producer Mike, thank you for that. Now let's take a look at the top 12 because really that's all that really matters when it comes to the CFP poll. Coming in number 1, Oregon, still unblemished, undefeated. 2, Ohio State. And we're going to pause here for just a second because they jumped Georgia in the AP poll. In this week's AP poll, Georgia is 2 and Alabama is 3. And Ohio State is 3. Mike, do you agree with Ohio State jumping Georgia?
No, I mean, I think this is the first time that I've seen, and I forgot someone, an analyst on ESPN was talking about this too, how they're pretty much going off of it. It used to be like your top win.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's transitioned to like, okay, well, who's your top loss to? Like, okay, well, yours was to, this or, so I think because Oregon was number 1 and they barely lost at Oregon, that kind of helped Ohio State out.
Gotcha. Tasha, do you agree? Do you think Ohio State should be ahead of Georgia?
No, they barely won last week.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how that unfolds. I kind of see a question for both. I will say this, though, because everybody knows I hate Ohio State, but when we're in the booth, we must tell the truth. Mike, Tasha, I was very, very impressed with the Buckeyes last Saturday in Happy Valley. I was very impressed. They were down 10-0 before the butter melted on the popcorn, and they didn't flinch. They just walked Penn State down. Down, and that defense is looking great. Go ahead, Tasha.
But that's the thing. It was the question we always ask: did Ohio State win or did Penn State lose? And I think Penn State lost,
as they often do.
But Penn State always loses. Like that's the thing. They can't get over the hump.
They actually lost to me because I was not impressed. Because if we're touting the FIs to be this creme de la creme type program this year, why are they not impressing us? But I mean, Mike, you're younger than Paul and me. I'm spoiled by the back in the day when you had to run that score up on people in order to be relevant or even to get looked at. And I think because these schools who they have all in the top, these top rankings, they're not winning impressively enough for me. Again, maybe that's because I came from the era where, again, Steve Spurrier, he wasn't going to let that gas pedal up off of you.
Right.
Yeah, I think it's
in Nebraska too. Go ahead, Mike.
I think I know I'm a homer, right? I think Michigan really did set the groundwork of new age college football, of everything being even. You got to look out for your players. Like, it's okay to beat a team by 10 points, walk away, have your healthy team, still stick with your game plan. You don't have to do anything special. You don't have to bring out new plays that you want to run up the score on. I'm okay with this type of football because you did what you needed to do, and that was win the game. And just so it's by 10 points or whatever, okay.
And that's the thing now. I think a lot of these schools are a little more evenly matched because of the transfer and the NIL. So you don't have all the top players going to said university that have the ability to run that score up. So this is the trend. So that is why the polls and things like that, the voters, is reflective upon the current state of college football.
Right. And Mike, you brought up something I just want to touch on real quick before we go to the rest of the poll. You brought up, and correctly so, that James Franklin, he's 0-5 against Michigan and Ohio State the last, 3 years, and 27-0 against everybody else. If you're a Penn State fan, alum, booster, NIL collective member, is that good enough for you to just be in the conversation? Or do you think they need to go in the direction of someone who could get them over the hump? Or should they just be happy to be relevant again?
I think it's all depends on what you want to be known as at Penn State. Like, if you're okay just making the playoffs, like, okay, cool, we made it. Like, okay, cool. Then, yeah, he's your guy. But if you're looking for a national title, he's not the guy. No.
But who else are you going to get in there? Again, you can't blame James Franklin a lot of times for the execution. And that's not just going to him. I hate that in general. You constantly blame coaches for poor execution. Like if a coach calls up a play and the players don't run the play as called or something happens, how is that the coach's fault?
Because you go 1-23. Like, that's crazy. You got to make a move.
But what type of recruits what coach are you going to get to where you can get those type of players? Who's going to who is the hot coach right now that is hot in these streets that can garner the attention to get prospects to come there? And what kind of money is Penn State handing out? Penn State Sasha actually got accepted into Penn State and we were going to go, but there's nothing there. So what can you get? Who can you get? The Joe Paterno era of them just winning and people wanting to go is over. So what can you offer these people? What coach are you going to get that's going to have people that just say, yeah, I'm going to go to Happy Valley?
I think it's just like in relationships. If you're in a relationship and the spouse won't marry you, and that's your goal is to get married, they won't marry you. You can't not move on because you're saying, well, who else can I find to marry me? But
look at the trend. How many forever fiancés and forever girlfriends and boyfriends do we have out here?
I mean, true, and to not to digress into relationship issues, but I think I kind of agree with Mike. I think if your goal is to win a national championship, I think that he's just not getting it done in the games that will get you over the hump. Michigan ran the ball 32 times in a row on him last year in the second half. I mean, he had a 10-point lead in the game against Ohio State. And it's like every time it's something different.
I just don't think you can get anybody else up there that's going to have them to be able to get over that hump.
So you just stuck in third, fourth, fifth in the Big Ten purgatory.
I mean, no matter who you're going to get, what top team in the Big Ten are they going to beat? Is Penn State going to beat? Who are they going to beat?
Hey, I say get another coach in there and let's see. It could be something philosophical.
I mean, they had Saquan and he couldn't get it done. You had one of the best running backs of all time at Penn State.
But what did he have around Saquon? Who else was there?
But
they beat Ohio State.
Coach.
They beat Ohio State and Michigan.
Right, like at some point, I'm just saying, if you want to win a championship, at some point you have to look at the staff that he's assembled, the message that's being disseminated to the team, the way that they can't get up for big games. Like they had Ohio State at home with a banged up offensive line. They're supposed to have an elite defense. They totally crumbled in the second half. Mental mistakes. He's fighting now. Now he's doing the Nick Sirianni. He's fighting with people in the stands. No, fight Ohio State. Like don't start roughing it up with the student section.
I also think
you have to reel that one.
I think if that game had been at night, I think it would have been different.
Oh yeah, 100%. That's another example. Like, why not make that a night game, man? You have one of the best, if not the best.
It was the Big Ten because that was the game of the week, so they couldn't put it at night. And then he also steeped in some controversy again that people seem to be sweeping up under the rug when it comes to a possible alleged sexual assault. Again, the same thing that happened at Vanderbilt.
Yeah, and he mismanaged that and mishandled that with the media, and he later went back to apologize. Good morning to Farah. Good morning to Melanie. Good morning, AP.
Hey, Melanie, you stick around because I got to call you out.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, okay, really? Now they said Farah said send Dion up there. No, I think Dion should just. Okay, I don't want to digress too far off that, but Dion.
We can't can't see who it is on.
Right, I can on another screen here.
Because it's not LinkedIn. That's why.
Right, so, but I can see them on another screen here. I had a backup plan, so I know who's hollering at us, and I will let you know who's. And Melanie said basically, bring it. She said she ain't scared of you. She said it in her whisper voice.
Your daughter gave me permission too, Mel. So,
all right, now producer Mike, back to you. All right, so we have Oregon, Ohio State, Georgia, top 3. Miami, number 4. Texas at number 5. Penn State at number 6, although I feel like they should be out of the top 12 because they're a wasted spot. They're not going to beat anyone in the playoffs because we've seen historical data to suggest that they're not going to get it done on the big stage. I will digress there. Tennessee, number 7. Indiana, 8. BYU, 9. Notre Dame, 10. Alabama always finds their way back in the damn mix somehow, some way. And by the way, with Alabama, their 2 losses don't look so bad now with UT and Vanderbilt. And Boise State at 12. Lord, please let Genty into the playoffs so we can prove once and for all if he's really that one. Now, we all know that one of these teams aren't going to be there in the final poll in the top 12. Mike, if you have to bet on one team not being there, which one would it be?
I'm gonna go Alabama. I've said this since day one. Alabama's not getting in this year.
Okay.
They got new coaching. It's obviously not. They're not where we thought they were going to be as a team. Even from the offensive side, they still have some struggles there. I'm just not sold on them. They have still a tough slate ahead of them. They have at LSU.
Yeah,
they have at Oklahoma, which Oklahoma's not playing too great, but Oklahoma still brings fan base at their house. And then Auburn.
Playing what they doing?
Yeah, no.
No, I think that's a cakewalk with Oklahoma. But the Iron Bowl, throw out the records every year. You can never just pencil in Alabama win in the Iron Bowl. So I got you. Tasha, what team up there would you bet your money won't be there in the final poll?
I mean, I agree with Mike with Alabama because they got a tough test today up against LSU.
They do.
And one more loss and they're out. But my pick is Notre Dame. All it's going to take is one loss, and Notre Dame has no shot whatsoever. They play the lowly Florida State Seminoles, but like you said, the Iron Bowl and is a big matchup. For all we know, Florida State could probably get it together, and this be the day that Notre Dame crashes out, and then they're out.
We've seen crazier outcomes this year already. And let's not forget, and we were talking about this off whack, USC replaced their quarterback. Sometimes that infuses a little life into you. They do have to go out to Southern Cal to play USC in the closing game of the regular season. So that should be interesting as well. Good morning, Martrice Hastings in the house. Now, I have 2 that I'm really, really worried about. And it's ironic because they're both scheduled to meet each other in the first round of the playoffs. That's Indiana and Tennessee. For Indiana, they're sitting at number 8. If Michigan doesn't clip them today, I don't see them going up to the Horseshoe and beating Ohio State next week. And I think one loss and no Big Ten championship game, they will get leapfrogged by an SEC team.
The thing is, people keep overlooking Indiana. Indiana is actually putting a good product out there on that field.
Yeah, they're putting a great product out there on the field. But I think one loss, and I think they're out of there. And for Tennessee, they got 2 huge matchups left in the last month. I mean, Georgia in between the hedges and Vanderbilt, who we've known to be giant killers this year. So it's going to be interesting to see. We got next week is really going to be interesting with Georgia versus Tennessee and Indiana versus Ohio State. We'll have a much clearer picture in a couple of weeks on how this thing will shake out. But Indiana, you out of there because Michigan is about to come up there and whoop that ass today. Yes, I said it. Melanie says, I thought the SEC was the top conference, but they only have one team in the playoff projection.
No, they don't.
They got a couple. They got a few. And
I mean, it's this conference realignment, man. It's you're putting powerhouses from other conferences in with other powerful conferences. So it's not just an SEC driven thing, even though everyone's still talking about Texas, still talking about Alabama.
Right.
But right now, who are you talking about? Oregon, who's in the Big Ten, but they're a Pac-12 school.
Right. And to the SEC's detriment this year, I think the Big Ten being down really hurts the SEC because now they're cannibalizing each other while Oregon and Ohio State is kind of running through the conference.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that really hurts the SEC this year. Michigan.
Yeah, they're going to still get 4 teams in, so you'll be all right.
Yeah, I think that they will ultimately be in the championship game one way or the other. Now, we're at the midway point of the NFL season. Is it flying by to you two? Tasha, is that flying by to you?
Yes, like we're already week 10?
Yeah, like this is crazy. This is crazy. Hey, we gotta go blue in the house.
Go blue.
Yes, go blue. Tune in, CBS, 2:30 Central Time, 2:40 kickoff. You don't even need no cable today. Watch them boys in the navy blue pants today. Mess up Indiana's season. Yes, Mike. Don't do that. I need
No, I could. Hey, I got them on upset alert. So
nice. Tasha, I don't think she does. Good morning. Good morning. That was Langston that said go blue. Y'all, was that shade? Can we take him at his word?
no, he's being nice because I beat him in fantasy.
Mike. Okay, Mike. I taught him in fantasy. Congratulations, Thea Martrice BGA. Langston checking in. Okay, we will make sure to put that in the shout outs. Now, ladies and gentlemen, you know what time it is. When we get to the midway point of the NFL season, it's time for our midseason TEP awards. First of all, let's drop up what the playoff picture looks like right now. Tasha, let me start with you because you've consistently said that you're taking someone to knock off the Chiefs. They're 8-0 with no Isaiah Pacheco, no Rashid run you over in the road Rice. L'Jarius Sneed is now the Nashville stealing money. Like they've lost so many key pieces, yet they're still 8-0. And Patrick Mahomes is leading the league in interceptions. How are they still winning? Mike, Tasha, somebody help me with this.
Cricket. You know I ain't talking about him. So
first of all, they do have the benefit of being in like a weaker division. The weaker what am I trying to say? Now this ain't no Patrick Mahomes hate, even though I'm not a fan. They just got an easy road. And usually what happens to those teams that have that easy road? When they play some real stiff competition, it usually
Denver and the Chargers will currently make the playoffs if it started today, but of course it does not start today. Okay, but Martrice says, let's go. Yes, let's go. She says, no comment, 8th place, Mike. Mike. Okay, so Mike was able to square that away. Now, on the NFC side, let's just go ahead and get this out the way right now.
I can't see these slides.
They're
too small.
Yeah, they're too small. Okay, all right. Well, how about this? No, how about this? I will walk you through this. Detroit is currently the number 1 seed. Right now, Washington is the 2 seed. Atlanta's the 3 seed. Arizona's the 4 seed. Really wild. Your wild card teams right now are Green Bay, Philadelphia, and Minnesota. Tasha, Mike, you first. Who would be the biggest challenger to Detroit? Because they look like they're going to run away with this conference.
Well, you already know. I'm going to say the Eagles, of course. Okay, I'll go non-biased answer. I'm going to go Washington because I really do like what Washington's doing. I like what they've been doing on the offseason. Now they're getting more defensive help. I'm kind of afraid of Washington, to be honest.
Washington got a good pickup in that secondary.
Yes, from New Orleans, who's in full fire sale mode. After firing their coach. To get a good cornerback, they're going to need that to go up against Detroit's firepower that they have on offense, and Minnesota and Green Bay and Philadelphia, Atlanta. They all have great wide receivers, and even Arizona to that extent. Tasha, there's a team that's not up here that I think that may have a say in who goes to the Super Bowl. That's San Francisco.
We 4-4. We ain't doing nothing.
You don't think so? You get Christian McCaffrey back. He starts this week.
First of all, I meant to put this in the group with y'all last week. I had no idea we were 4-4. I just knew we were losing, so I never paid attention to the.
She didn't want to look at it. She's like, "Nah, I ain't gonna look at it."
It's not even. I don't really do like the record so much, but I don't know what made me click on that. I was reading something, and I was like, "Wait!" I said, "We 4-4," and I was like, because it was the bye week or whatever. But I just don't see us making those moves, and this is it for the 49ers. And I can say this: because next year you're going to have to pay Brock Purdy.
Yeah, you're gonna have to. Now this is a situation unlike James Franklin, where who else you gonna go get? Like he's a perfect fit for your system. You got 4 years of life labor out of him, Claude Ray. So now it's time to pay the piper. We see that happening in Dallas now. They paid Dak and CD. They ain't have no money else to pay nobody else, and it's hurting them. Now, Melanie asked, if KC continues to win out, will this be DeAndre Hopkins' first trip to the Super Bowl? That answer is yes. Another reason to root for the Chiefs, if you're a Titans fan. I can root for Dallas again. We're going to the Super Langston. Now, I don't know what kind of yippee-yi-yay they got down there in Alabama.
What you doing over there?
Who said yippee-yi-yay?
I don't know what you – bro, look, bro, that ship has sailed. But let me give Cowboy fans some quick solace. We're about to crash out, lose out, get that top 7, 8 pick. They can't win more than 5 games this year with Dak with this hamstring torn off the bone.
Oh, you trying to go for Shador?
No, not Shador, because we got $60 million tied up into
right.
Dak.
Trade him.
No. We're gonna take Ashton Genty with the 8th overall pick. Get our running back for the next 4 years, and now we set. We get Michael back. We get the whole defense back with Bland and Diggs and everybody back healthy. We pick up that boy who y'all said last week was the best player in college football. You get him to run behind that line.
The
You
fact
looking good, ain't we, Mike?
still refuses to admit that they are a running back away, and that like he keeps saying, if I keep saying it, I'm gonna make it true.
Yeah,
Ain't no way in hell.
I agree with Tasha. I think the main thing you keep thinking is like you're one play. Y'all have talent. That's not the problem. It's the coach. It's the coach and the front office. Like they not on the same page. They not.
Now look. Everybody's playing for second place while Patrick Mahomes is wearing the red and yellow. Like that's just what it is. That's just what it is. Yes, the yippee-yi-yay. She said, "Bring Witten back." Oh Lord, bring Jason Witten back. Is he still wearing a toupee? I think it's
walking upright.
No, he's a high school football coach. No, Ashton Genty to the Cowboys, and they're gonna do a Washington-like Renaissance.
And then change your coach.
Mike McCarthy is out of here.
He's gone. He's gone.
Here.
They're gonna put all of this on Mike McCarthy. That's gonna be their excuse for getting rid of him. Is that he was?
You got better luck with Dion being your coach.
Talent like Millie Vanilli. No. I want Dion to sign an extension in Colorado and become a legend out there in Boulder. Don't go to the NFL.
I want him to stay. I want him to stay in Colorado
because I want him to win without Shador and without Travis Hunter, and to kind of redo that thing and become the Nick Saban of the Midwest. To just kind of be that guy that everybody's kind of comparing themselves to. Talent like Millie Vanilli. He said my Cowboys got that lip syncing. Girl, you know it's true.
Da da da.
All right. Now, Mike, who's your front runner for MVP at the midway point of the season?
I don't want to do it, but I'm going to go with Lamar Jackson. The only reason why I don't. Good question. The only reason why I don't want to do it is because I think this might jinx him and get into his head again when it comes to the playoffs. Like, I think he has it, and this is your time to knock off Mahomes. Like, this is your – come on, man. Lamar, you got this. So I'm going to go Lamar.
Tasha?
Yep, Lamar, but his defense is holding him back. That's his Achilles heel.
I love both answers. And for the same – and that's the exact reason – the two answers that you gave are the reason why I don't have them getting out of the AFC, even if they don't play Mahomes. Two things that bother me about them. One, obviously, the defense. Like
they're allowing way
his MVP status if he had a defense. But damn, like, come on, Baltimore. Ray Lewis got to be rolling over with his bloody knife in that white suit. And to Mike's point, Mike, here's the thing. Now, Tasha, you might want to close your ears for this. MVP Lamar Jackson will never win a Super Bowl because of the way they try to manipulate his damn stats. There was a sequence at the end of the game against Cincinnati that I found egregious. You're at first and goal in a tie game. There's less than 2 minutes left to go in the game, maybe a minute, 30-something seconds left. First and goal, Mike. Cincinnati has one timeout. You got the king, the NFL's leading rusher and touchdown maker, King Henry in the backfield. First, he wants to run it himself. Why? Because Joe Burrow's cooking, and he wants that touchdown vulture. Okay, so he doesn't make it there. Second down, he goes play action and throws an incompletion. Stops the clock. Cincinnati saves their timeout. Third down, you throw it again. Now, yes, you get the touchdown, but you also left a ton of time for a Burrow who was cooking your ass to come back down. And what did he do? He scored. And if they would have called that face mask and that hit to the helmet, they lose that game.
Like, I mean, him and Jamar Chase, let me tell you something. Cincinnati, y'all better start having a yard sale, a rummage sale, tail sale, because y'all finna pay that boy. All it would have taken was for y'all to get him a little something over the summer that he was asking for.
Right.
So now y'all go beep.
Right. Beep. All I wanted was a kiss. Now I need some dome.
But
see, if I would say
that, it's not even 9:30. Where's your mama at? Where's your mama at?
Mike, keep us on track, Mike, because you know we be digressing. Mike, keep us on track. No, but MVP. See, that was some MVP type ISH that he was trying to do on the national stage. That and to now, Langston says Henry will get them over. He got no excuse. Lean more on Andrews as well. He won't do it because he's trying to be MVP.
Yep.
Like that's what cost him against Mahomes.
He lost me some money on my parlay too.
Hey, but he got you about 80 points in fantasy, though. I was like, damn, Mike, I'm more cooking for you.
I see Tasha over there making moves during the game. She's like, oh.
Hey, shouts out to Danny Collins checking in. He says, you know it's getting pretty bad. Fans are happy that the backup quarterback is put in the game. Let's go, Cooper Rush. Hey, Dak was killing my fantasy team, Mr. Collins. He was killing my fantasy team.
I don't understand. Why is it so much vitriol and hatred towards Dak?
Well, you tell me. Y'all don't want to be hating on him.
No, but the lies.
I like when he loses.
The lies. I don't hate on Dak. And I told you, I would take Dak over
30?
at least 20 to 30. No, I'm not going to say 30. At least 20 quarterbacks that are starting now. I would take Dak.
Mike, did you catch on that 30? She was like, wait a minute. No, wait a minute. Yep. Not 30 now, because it's damn sure not mine. Good morning, Miss Hastings. Good morning, everyone. Congratulations, BGA. Yes, and yes. Mike, who's your biggest surprise in a good way at the midway point?
In a good way. I already mentioned the first one, Washington. I didn't think they were going to be this strong. And then I'm gonna have to go Harbaugh on the Chargers. You know, they're making some moves up there. So yeah, I like how he's turning around this team already.
Now, Mike, you said something earlier. I'm gonna give you a chance to take a victory lap. I think it was maybe preseason when you threw in the chat just kind of arbitrarily, hey, I'm hearing that Washington might be in play for the division, and me and Tasha roasted you. Here's your public apology. Yes, you did. We said he was smoking crack. We said he was smoking crack.
I didn't roast him. I said that they would finish third.
No, Mike, didn't we tell you was on the crack pipe?
It might have been something like that. I can't remember.
Your father-in-law's watching. So Mike, take your victory lap because you called this way before the season, and I thought you was crazy. I did. I thought you were crazy. Tasha, who's your best surprise right now?
Minnesota.
Okay.
Yeah. I really didn't think Minnesota would be as good, and it really has something to do with Sam Darnold per se. I just thought the only thing they had was Justin Jefferson.
Right.
But now that they are, actually winning and they're put more in front of my face, I see that they are more than a one-trick pony.
And they have Jacksonville and Tennessee the next 2 weeks, so they could really get right back into that play for the number one overall seed in the NFC. Good job.
Yeah, Vikings going to be in a good position because they're actually going to be able to develop their drafted quarterback in JJ. It just so happened to be a bad stance, from the health side.
He ain't getting on the field as long as Sam Darnold is still out there winning.
Oh, I agree, but I'm saying that's a good thing. Like they're developing him.
They're going to give him time to develop. Yeah. So wait a minute, Mike.
But this is the thing with JJ. I don't see Sam Darnold having a decline. But if other teams look at JJ, I think JJ could be up for trade.
Oh, wow. What I was going to say was Darnold was on a one-year deal.
Right, but and you don't think they're not going to sign him, extend him? For what he's did this season, he's getting an extension.
I think a 2-year extension's fine. I think that works still in JJ's favor. I think he still needs two years of benching. And I mean, you don't have to start. Like, I think he even knows that he needs a little bit more development.
Hey, it worked for him at Michigan. So, and Kevin O'Connell is a fantastic coach. I would take him to coach any of my favorite teams. I think he's done a phenomenal job with them. And ironically enough, for him to have JJ, they chose him over Harbaugh the year that before Harbaugh signed his extension. So it worked out for everyone. Minnesota got a great coach, and Michigan had an unprecedented 3-year run that ended in a championship. So the football gods worked that out the way it was supposed to work. Who's your biggest disappointment, Tasha?
I actually have two, and it's basically due to injuries. And, everybody gets on here and says, oh, you hate the Cowboys, which I do. But I always give them credit when they deserve their credit.
Never. I've never heard it. But go ahead.
I picked them to win the division. Win.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
She did.
Every other season, I picked them to win the division.
She did. I'm sorry. You're right.
I'm disappointed in, even before Micah went out and got injured and D-Law were injured on that defense, I was disappointed in the way that they were just playing overall. And now you got Dak out. CD's got a banged up shoulder. He's questionable or saying he's still going to play. Micah's supposed to be back. I'm just disappointed because they have so much talent and they can never get it done.
Tasha, to your point, they got blown out by the Saints in week 2, and they were fully healthy. Everybody played that game. And look at the Saints.
Right.
Oh, my God.
I'm disappointed, of course, in my Niners. A lot of that, the way that they're playing, really ain't got nothing to do with injuries, because at the beginning of the season, you had everybody there except for Christian McCaffrey, and you had 2 backup running backs who were out there getting it done. Right. Y'all was just smelling like cabbage. Right.
Great answers, Tasha. Great answers. Mike.
I'm going to go another NFC, AFC. I agree. I'm going to put 49ers on there. Man, I don't know how far they dropped. And to Tasha's point, they were supposed to be up there again to potentially be another rematch. So I'm going to definitely go with the 49ers. I think they've come close to Cowboy-esque. To where it's like every year seems to be another excuse. I do believe that the 49ers are a little bit like a higher tier because their excuses are like Super Bowl or division, NFC championship game, to where Cowboys are like, I don't know, we ain't even getting to the playoffs. So, but I think they're the same. Like there's always an excuse there. And to everyone's point, like everyone has that excuse, Eagles, last year we had some injuries too. And, Hurts wasn't getting it there mentally. So I hear you, but I'm going to put the 49ers up there, and then I'm going to put the Jets up there because y'all know I had the Jets, I'm like, no, Aaron Rodgers is going to come back and he's going to be good. I'm like, wet the bed, wet the bed.
Yeah, that was only you and Mike Greenberg. I ain't never put no faith in the Jets.
But wait a minute. But we picked Miami to win that division. We just totally disregarded Buffalo.
I was under peer pressure because y'all know I wanted to go to Buffalo because I love Keon Coleman. Y'all know I wanted to pick
Keon Buffalo. Keon is eating Thanksgiving dinner
right for the next few weeks.
We're probably not talking about Buffalo because Buffalo going to Buffalo. Like,
we all know Buffalo's going to Buffalo.
Yeah.
Right. Their name is Buffalo, really, because they
know
we
like
Buffalo.
Buffalo.
I picked them to win division begrudgingly, but I really don't expect Miami to ever do anything. And then, like I said, Tua's out there with scrambled eggs for brains. So y'all hear they was telling him when he was running, the defense was telling him to get down.
Right, because I'm not going to be on the viral clip that ended your life.
And that's what I said. That was my point last week. I said, so now our defense is going to have to pussyfoot around him because they don't want to injure him when it's his decision.
Oh no, I'm gonna be that. I'm gonna be on that tape.
Right,
so you send me out there.
Mike gonna be on that forever picture standing over him.
Yep. I'm gonna hold out my hand too, like
Ali over Sonny Liston. All right, I'm gonna go. My biggest disappointment. Of course, I'm disappointed in the Cowboys because prior to the onslaught of injuries, they weren't playing that great, especially defensively. But and the Jets are my other team simply because of the expectations. Now, I am encouraged by what I saw last Thursday night against Houston. if Garrett Wilson is going to be wide receiver one and Devontae Adams can be a compliment, they're going to win some games and make it a close push for that 7th spot.
But we talk about the first half, though. We talk about the first half.
Season, they've been terrible, and they're in 10th place in the AFC. As far as my pleasant surprise, I'm going to go with Arizona and your boy Call of Duty. Call of Duty has been balling out. Kyler Murray has been balling out. They're 5-4. They've won 3 in a row, and they have wins. They're leading the NFC West, and I think we all thought that they would be in last in the NFC West when it all ends.
But they got all the same losses. That's 4 losses, 4 losses, 4 losses. Like
right, but they have wins over the Rams and the 49ers, which could come in huge in December.
I like the Rams.
They've already gotten those wins over them. All right. Now let's go with biggest off-season acquisition, y'all. I've been tussling over this, so I can't wait to get your thoughts on this, Mike and Tasha. Biggest off-season acquisition: Derrick Henry to Baltimore, Saquon to Philly, or Kirk Cousins to Atlanta. Tasha, you up first.
Oh, I'm going with the Cane. Because even though, like we said, Lamar's still out here wanting to tuck it and run because, y'all saying he wants to get the MVP, that has really opened up a lot. Zay Flowers has always been good. Aguilar has always been good. But now, since people don't know if the Cane going to run, if Lamar going to run, you got Aguilar and Flowers wide open.
Right.
To get those numbers up.
Right.
But, I can't take away from Saquon. But, I think Philly would have been all right if they didn't have Saquon.
Right. Zay Flowers has really taken that next step as a wide receiver one, and he's getting into the borderline elite status if he can finish off the year strong. Mike, you up.
Yeah, I would agree with Tasha, but in reverse. I'm going to say that I think the Ravens would be okay if they didn't have Henry. Lamar Jackson's going to Lamar Jackson. He's won the MVP without the King. I don't think the Philly would only have 2 losses if they did not have Saquon Barkley. There is no way. There's been many games in the Eagles this season, 2 that I could think of, that they would have lost straight out if they did not have Saquon Barkley and his talents. So I'm going to go Saquon.
Mike, can I throw some numbers at you as far as Saquon Barkley?
Yep.
The man is averaging 5.9 yards per rush, 7.9 yards per reception. Like every time he touches the ball is damn near a first down. This is crazy. And he gives you that home run capability, 40-yard run, 50-yard run. To Henry's point, it's neck and neck to me, but I'm going to go with the dark horse. No pun intended. I'm going with Kirk Cousins to Atlanta as the biggest offseason acquisition. To your point, Mike, Henry to Baltimore has been great for Henry, but Baltimore was the number 1 seed last year. Philadelphia, I think his impact has been bigger than Henry's to this point. But if you take Kirk Cousins off the Atlanta Falcons, they're the Saints. That man has come in and revived. He's got them people in the stands swag surfing.
What's going to happen? What he going to do? He going to pull a Kirk and a Cousins.
Right, but we're talking about the midway point. Now, when come season's end, I think the running backs will pull away from this race, maybe. But right now, Kirk Cousins has the team firmly entrenched in the playoffs. They're going to run away with the division because of the injury situation to Tampa Bay's receivers. Yeah. He's going to get a chance. And you give him a clean
I ain't never rooting for no Kirk and the Cousins to do nothing.
I'm just saying. When you're in the booth, you got to tell the truth. You get that man.
You got to get Pitts involved too. If you're going to win the playoff game, you got to get your tight end involved.
I think that Kirk Cousins should get MVP considerations because he revived Kyle Pitts' career.
I don't think so.
No.
Okay. He said no, like I ain't asking again for a treat. He was like, no. I just went on, sat back down, started watching TV. No, you're going to wait on dinner, bro. All right. Now, speaking of Saquon, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure you all have seen by now the iconic backwards cheerleader jump that he did over a grown-ass man last week in Jacksonville. Or was that in Philadelphia? Where was that game? It was in Philly. Yeah. Did you see it in real time, Mike? I think it was a televised game.
Yeah, no, I saw that. I had to sit up. I was like, wait, did he just – was this a rewind?
Right.
Rewind reel? A little glitch in my TV.
I thought it was a glitch. I thought YouTube TV had pulled a stunt on us. Tasha, did you see it in real time or did you just catch the highlight?
No, I saw it on the highlights.
It was the way the play developed.
Wait a minute. Stop. You knew good and damn well I ain't had no power. Because remember, I couldn't change my lineup in my fantasy.
Okay, go.
See, there you go. Now you're being messy. Now
I,
you
I didn't remember that. I'm thinking. I mean, you didn't have no power on your phone. That's the. Don't do that, Mike. This ain't the Brady Bunch. Don't look up here at me.
one day when the lady
So here's it, right. So here's the question. And no, I'm sorry about that, Tasha. All right, you get 2 apologies per show. That's it. Now, Melanie says, "Can you say SB Player of the Year?" Melanie, you just walked me right into my question because, first of all, yes, that's the greatest. Is that the most athletic football player you've ever seen, Tasha? Just off the top of your head, I can't think of one better.
I mean, off the top of my head, because I can't really think. But we all know his quads are bigger than our whole body. Why shouldn't he be able to do that? That's Quadzilla.
Right.
Man. Yep. And with giant quads come giant hamstrings or strong hamstrings. So,
I mean, he did I mean, he literally, if he wasn't carrying the ball, he could have touched both of his toes, like fully extended when he jumped like a cheerleader and then landed. That guy's 6 feet tall. Then he leaped. Yeah. But did he do it better than Vince Carter? Producer Mike, run the tape. Now, y'all remember the 2000 Olympics, as Mike sets this up. Vince Carter going up against France. As you see here, he's going to steal the ball, and he's going to leap over a 7-foot tall center. Afro Vince was look at this, ladies and gentlemen, y'all. Look at Mike with the 3 different angles. Look at this. Look.
Is this copyright infringement?
Look at this. Okay, so we see that. Now let's go to Saquon. I just wanted to put this fresh in people's minds because it happened so long ago. Now here's Saquon for the people who may have just gotten out of jail this morning, and if you did, welcome back to the streets. Now I want y'all to see the spin move before he hits the
get off me.
Look at the spin move. Okay, get off me. That's the greatest play I've ever seen in NFL history. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. And I hate the Eagles. Y'all know I hate the Eagles.
Yeah.
But Tasha, who did it better, Vince or Saquon?
Oh, you know I'm going to always go with Vince. Shouts out to Vince. Just got elected to the NBA Hall of Fame. Just got his jersey retired up there in Toronto, which they should have done. Now, again, y'all know I was a cheerleader. My daughter was a cheerleader.
She was a great cheerleader.
Jumping is hard. And to do it backwards, yeah. But Vince jumped higher, and it was scarier.
Okay, so Ferris says Vince. Mike.
It was. Don't get me wrong. That's Saquon. When I saw it, because they were like, oh, he did a reverse hurdle. And I was like, he literally went ass first.
Yeah.
And landed on his feet over a dude. But Vince was at least, okay, the center was 7 feet tall. Vince kind of did push off, and dude kind of did that a little bit. So Vince did what? Jumped over somebody that I say was 6'8". That's still more.
Think about somebody standing next to you that's 6'8" right now.
Right. And
that's incredible.
Right. And can you jump over them? No. Saquon, the guy was kind of down, but still, man, to be able to jump like that.
And it was backwards. Now, Ferris says, did Saquon do the hurdle in high school? I'm going to listen to our tape because I'm pretty sure that you and TT are going to talk about this too, because I need time to research that. I'm sure he probably did, but I don't have that video evidence right now. Mike, who did it better?
Ain't no way he did the hurdle in high school. I'm gonna pull a Tasha. Let me tell you something. Ain't no way that Vince's dunk was better than Saquon's. Ain't no way. A couple reasons why. Yeah, you could say the hurdle, right? Okay, the backwards hurdle already. Let's put anyone that's 25, 30, 35 years old, 40 years old. Go try to just jump backwards. Let's just do that.
Try to walk
then go ahead and put some pads on you. Go ahead and put some football pads and a helmet, and then go. And then that's what he did at an NFL top tier level of performance. He just did that against somebody. Like there ain't no way that Saquon move. It will go down in history.
That
sure.
was
I mean, both were sure.
it was like Dirk, how Dirk invented a shot. Will forever be called the Saquon now. Like that's the Saquon, and
he
I
done
don't know
Saquon that dude. Yeah.
Now, from the moment of August 2000, when Vince Carter performed that feat, that was the greatest single sports play I had ever seen in my life until Sunday. Mike, if you go back and you watch that again, he had no ramp up time because he had just hit the spin move, and then he jumped before the guy got. He anticipated the contact, so he didn't even get a chance to like run like Zeke used to do, how he would get a good head of steam and then leap over somebody. He just like sprung crazy. Now, Melanie saying, so if Vince had been blindfolded and jumped, would they be even?
I mean, that's what y'all say. It's no way in hell you can tell me that what Vince did can be replicated. Even in these slam dunk contests, what are they doing? They got the guy sitting down, or they coming off. That can't be replicated. Somebody probably could with a run up and probably land on their damn neck. What Saquon did. Executed it so flawlessly.
Right,
and you know what? And he landed on his feet. But it's the overall jump that I'm giving it to Vince for, because you can't. Yeah, Vince had a run up. He stole the ball.
Not much of a run up. Not much of a run up. I mean,
and he literally jumped that high vertically. He went straight up.
There is no wrong answer. I think this is a great barbershop question that we can carry into the next 10 years. So that's great. But Farrell makes a good point. If he would think of the injury he could have gotten if he got hit mid hurdle, or if somebody would have upended him. Saquon, come on, man. That's why you love sports, because on any given day that you're watching, you're going to see something you've never seen before. I didn't think that was still possible in the NFL. I was proven wrong. Damn you, Eagles. I wish that would have been a Titans or a Cowboys player that would do it. Never be duplicated in game.
Right.
Yeah, I agree, Blankson. Yeah, that'll never again. That's like the Odell catch. We've seen one-handed catches since Odell, but not with the two fingers like anything.
And Odell was behind him. That's the thing I kept trying to say. Yeah, gosh, I can't even think of his name now. Who did the catch?
Odell?
No, who did the catch the one-handed last week?
Gary Wilson.
Yeah, Gary Wilson. Shouts out to Gary Wilson. He
was out of bounds. His knee hit in the white paint.
I was like, damn, they counting shins as being in.
Right.
But I needed that because he's on my fantasy team. But
right.
But it's the fact that Odell's was kind of behind his back. Odell caught that this way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that curve.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, Mike. Now, ladies and gentlemen, y'all running out of paychecks before Christmas hits. Y'all ain't got but about 2-3 more paychecks left, unless you get paid every day like you work at peak load. And if you work at peak load, good job by you too. But you're running out of paychecks left, and Mike has been trying to give you money. 11 out of 12 over the last 7-8 weeks. So, Mike, the floor is yours. It's time for your lock of the week.
All right. I'm gonna start out with, I got BYU favored by 3. I'm gonna go BYU -3 versus Utah. I got Philly -7.5 against the Cowboys.
Damn, Mike, like that?
I mean, yeah. Come on now. You know Cowboys are tanking now. You even said it yourself.
Yeah, we need Ashton. We need Ashton. I'm taking that money, Mike. Yeah.
And then I'm gonna put Indiana on upset alert. I would not be surprised if Michigan knocks them in the face.
Let me bring this down so y'all can see what we're talking about, because until January the 15th, this is where it's at right here. Y'all see that? That's where it's at. So, Mike, one more time, we got BYU -3 over Utah, and they're struggling quarterback situation. I like that. We got Philadelphia 7.5 point favorites there. Grab that line now before Cowboy fans start running and put money on them and run the spread down. So grab them 7.5 points now for Sunday Night Football. And your third one again?
I just put Indiana on upset alert.
Right. Yeah. Indiana's going to be upset, all right, because we're going to be firing up that damn band in a few hours. Hail to the victors. Now, ladies and Mike done did a Saquon on us. He done leaped over us.
Y'all picked against SMU? Come on now.
We did, Mike. And the thing is, I got bullied into that pick. I can't remember who in the comments talked me out of. talk me out of SMU. I know better. I live right down
Okay,
the street.
you talked me out of Buffalo, so now we even.
Dang.
We're even. All right. So,
Knew I should have picked the damn.
Mike, you know what? Since you're in the lead, you go first. We need
All
some
right.
ramp up. All right. First up, and this is a doozy, ladies and gentlemen, it's really the first college football playoff game officially of the season when the Alabama Crimson Tide roll into Death Valley to take. Is it Death Valley?
Yes, it's two
Okay.
Death Valleys.
Okay, I thought I was on Clemson. All right. Death Valley at night under the lights against LSU. Mike, who you got?
LSU's a different team at night. It's rocking there, and we've already talked about that. So I'm gonna go LSU.
Tasha.
Ooh. Bama's what? 2, 3. What's the spread? Is it 2? It was 2.5 last time I saw it.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
still
look at
2.5.
Nice work by UT Sizzle.
I actually looked it up because I knew this pick was going to be on it, and I was like, damn, I don't.
Yeah, I saw this pick coming. I was like, yeah.
Oh, my God. Why does it take me? See, the other ones are shoe-in, but this one I'm struggling with.
I am too, to be honest. This is a good one.
Because
Both teams match up very well against each other traditionally.
Yeah.
that's the thing. I think I'm gonna go with Mike simply because it is at LSU.
Y'all, I'm in last place with nothing to lose. I got to go Roll Tide on that.
I mean, I want to pick the Tide. I really do because I really think that they will win. But it's just
Y'all, this is a Hail Mary on my part. So let's go, Caleb DeBoer. Get your team ready. Let's go, Mr. Williams, and let's go, Jalen Milroe. I need.
You know what? Let me change that.
No, that's the kiss of death. Now, whenever Mike has to one against both of us, he always wins.
No, let me roll Tide on this because they got something to prove. They trying to stay in this college football playoff.
And we trying to stay in this extra points pick 'em because we running out of college games. All right, so we got Roll Tide. Mike has got LSU. I will watch every play of that game tonight. Damn it. Next up, Georgia versus Ole Miss. Mike,
I got Georgia.
I got Georgia.
I got Georgia. That was quick. Now in the Germany Toilet Bowl, we have the Giants and the Carolina Panthers with Bryce Young back under center. Mike, who you got?
Oh, I didn't know he was back.
Yeah,
dang
he's
it.
back.
I have the Giants, but I did not know that.
I got the Giants too. I just ain't believing nothing. Keep pounding is putting out there.
I got to go to Giants as well. I really need that win back, but I might come back and change that depending on how the rest of these picks go.
We got more games, so
ATL versus New Orleans. I'm going to go Dirty Bird all the way. The Saints.
Yep.
Okay, Pittsburgh versus Washington. Which
know.
B is Tasha going to roll with?
You already know. Coach keep a job. Coach Black Force Ones.
SpongeBob.
You already know.
Coach Franklin, a senior.
The line.
Whoa! Hold on. Let me see the whites of your eyes, Mike. Nice. Let me give you a pound down there. Good job. Can I get a pound up there? Yeah, way to fight back. Bam. There you go. Way to throw a shot in there. I'm going with
I got Washington.
Yeah,
I got Washington.
Yeah. You give Coach Keep a Job 2 weeks to prepare for that offense. That Cliff Kingsbury has been on a roll, been dialing it up.
So Paul, you got Steelers? Is that what you said?
Yeah, I got Steelers.
All right, cool.
Yeah, see there, he's going to be. Look at him. He's like, all right, cool.
Oh yeah, that's mine.
We have the Jets and the Arizona Cardinals. I'm going with Call of Duty.
It's on me.
Yeah, go. You go ahead. It's on you. So what you gonna do?
I can't say the next few lines of that.
You sure can't. You sure can't. Just give your pick.
Yeah, I'm going for the Rams because did you guys really?
Huh?
Rams? No, we said Jets in Arizona.
Oh, I thought you said the Rams. Oh, I'm sorry, Jets and oh, come on now. I'm going with Arizona. I'm sorry.
I got the Jets.
Right. See, he did this because he knew he was going to pick against Aaron Rodgers. Miami and the Rams. Now, go ahead, Natasha.
Okay. No, I'm going with the Rams simply because, I mean, I hate to go with them because they're in our division, but that's what's making me watch them. But they got a potential defensive rookie of the year in Jared Verse. Played at Florida State, and also Fisk, who played at Florida State.
Yes.
They're coming in and they're making that defense worth a damn.
They're doing it with defense and the running game with Kyron Williams as opposed to Holland Oates, who are now complementary pieces, and they're a legit top 5 wide receiver duo.
But even though you remember they asked, "Oh, did y'all know that Cooper Kupp was that guy?" And everybody's like, "Oh yeah, Cooper Kupp's that guy." Cooper Kupp. He's kind of showing not to be that guy because
the injuries are piling up, and now he's lost that sizzle.
Because we all know Odell Beckham would have been the MVP had he not torn his ACL in that Super Bowl.
That's true. That's
true. Cooper Kupp was good, but I was never just on the Cooper Kupp bandwagon because I didn't know anything about him before, and then after this season, we probably won't know anything else about him again.
Yeah, lower leg injuries when they start to accumulate for a receiver, then that kind of spells the end for that receiver. I'm worried about AJ Brown with his lower leg injuries as well. Mike, who you got? I'm going with the Rams.
Man, this was the hardest game out of all 9 games that I had to look at. One, because I don't know what Vegas is looking at. They have Miami favored by 1 as an away team.
When Tua is under center, that offense looks totally different with Waddle and with Tom.
To give some of the viewers who don't gamble on games some context, the home team usually starts out with 3 or 3.5 points as a favorite. So when the away team is a -1 or like a favorite, that means they're already saying that they're going to win by more than 4 points, which is like, what? Because they're so evenly matched, and I agree that Rams is a better team overall. That's why this like threw me, and I was like, wait, what am I not looking at? So I had to ask my Rams fan. He's from California, and he's like, yeah, I don't really know. He's like, I was like, is your secondary banged up or like what is it? He's like, no, I mean we're good. I was like, all right, well I'm gonna go Rams, but I don't know. I don't know what Vegas is looking at. I don't know.
Miami looked good against Arizona last week. I mean, they're back to scoring points. I think they scored 27 points, and Achane is back doing Achane stuff because you have to respect the passing game. I think the quarterback makes everything move in Miami. All right, so we've got our picks in, and Mike, either we're gonna to close the gap or you're gonna
run away.
Run away, look, run away, look, yeah, Mike's like, yeah, cack these wins. It's like, Mike, who you shouting out this week?
Hold up. I got a lot of shout outs. All right, I'm gonna start out with Tristan. He did another performance for Cinderella. He was Prince Charming, so did a great job there. Cameron is performing with his marching band in San Antonio. So good luck to there. And then Stacy and I are actually doing a Whatnot stream tonight. So if y'all like Marvel cards, come check us out. I put it in the link. So yeah, those are my shout outs.
Are y'all gonna make out on camera?
What?
Give the people something to watch.
Kind of show?
Give the people something to watch. Just keep it neck up though. Keep it from the neck up.
If you tip us, how about that?
What y'all got OnlyFans?
No, the thing is, I wanted to let that just marinate because that was a nice clap back that I didn't think he would say. So I just wanted to let him win that one because that was a nice volley back. Good job by you. Tasha, who you shouting out?
Okay, y'all.
What?
Y'all
right. Because I said it too. I was like, wow.
All I heard was tip. It's like,
hey, their union is protected by the Bible and the Constitution. Freak away, Tasha.
Okay, our first shout out goes to what we always say, our cum laude, our ace student, Miss Melanie Taylor, celebrated her 21st birthday.
Right. Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
What I was going to call her out about, her daughter put this video of them up on Instagram. Y'all, let me tell y'all something. The very high esteemed Mel, when you retire, let me holler some of that check because she's been in the court systems for her entire career. Y'all know what she was in that car bumping with her daughter? Bum, bum, bum. They're not like us. But what did Mel do on the party? Wop, 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 wop. I said, Morgan, not Mel out here wop, wop, whopping. And Morgan said, girl, that's her favorite part in the song. Mel.
Melanie's like, stay out my business.
Happy birthday, Melanie. I also would like to shout out, this was last week because they don't announce this stuff until a few days after. I don't know what exactly BGA did other than win, but Miles was lineman of the game.
Yeah, you stole mine.
Nice.
For for last week's game. So shouts out to our nephew,
No,
Mr.
man, let me
Nice
do my-
job.
Sawdog Sawyers. And shouts out to Sasha, who is not watching today. She is, again, training for her half marathon. She is doing 10 miles today. Her best so far that she can do without stopping or struggling is 7. So the marathon is in December. So, and that's 13.6. So she has the half marathon. So she has time. So she says she's pushing it out to get to the 10 miles today without stopping.
Good
So we're
luck.
giving a shout out to Miles and a shout out to the 10 miles. And good luck to you on that. Good luck with your training. Good morning, Michael Harris. I want to first start off with sending a shout out to the Harris family. You, of course, are in our prayers. We're all one big family. I know we joke on each other's teams a lot, and we like to do the banter back and forth with the Cowboys and the Bears and LeBron versus MJ and all of that. But you are in our prayers. We are rooting for you. We are rooting for your lovely, lovely wife, Tracy.
Doctor. Let's give her credit now.
Let me do my shout out. You're already stealing all my stuff. Shout out to my godson Miles getting offensive lineman of the week. Next time I'm going first. No, yeah, we got you, player. We got you. We're all on the same team when it comes to praying. So and shout out to Tristan. Shout out to the Hasso family. Good luck with your stream tonight. Make sure y'all tip if y'all want to see a nip. Okay, tip for the nip, and that's Dr. Tracy. Yes, that is Dr.
Doctor.
Right.
Like if y'all had OnlyFans, all you had to do was just do a launch on here. We would have supported it. We would have supported it.
So I would have sent it to all my little freaky colleagues at work. Y'all, no, because then I couldn't take that.
You ain't got to cover it up. You ain't got to lie.
But Mike gonna go viral. Also, I want to give a shout out to Elijah and Miles BGA. They're in the playoffs doing their thug thizzle. We got a Go Blue in the house. Mama, I'm coming to see. I want to give a shout out to my mom, AP Coulter, for no other reason that I just booked my flight home, and I will see you Tuesdays, Mom. I'm gonna hug your neck so tight. I cannot wait to lay across your bed and watch some movie.
When is she coming though?
Yeah, Mama. Somebody sent her that. When you coming?
We got free casino rooms. You know, like
Yeah. I told her she can bring Hazel too.
There you go.
Hazel ain't no problem. She hasn't ordered your apple. Farrah. That's Martrice and Tasha. You know, I'm gonna just pick mine up. I don't need to order. I'm gonna drive right out to your house.
I'll tell y'all now.
I can pull up.
Farrah and her lovely lady make these delicious look. Y'all, when I see these photos on the Facebook, my mouth instantly starts to water. Order. Farrah, put it up there. So they know where to get these delicious treats.
Right. So we're gonna get that coffee going, and look, Mike has a show to get ready for, so we're gonna get out of here. Come through, fire. Yeah, okay. Now look, we're gonna see y'all in 6 days and 23 hours. Mike, take us out of here.
Go Blue.
Tasha.
Vamos Azul.
Vamos Azul. Take this ass whooping, Indiana.
Dazzle, apples, and more.
Make sure y'all follow these links before we close this chat. Mike, get on out of here, man. You got to take care of your business. I will see y'all after the game. Peace.